won this free. And I won this awesome ATV. I can't get enough
of winning free stuff.
Casey's just gave me these, 'cause we won the Casey's sweepstakes, the Summer of Freedom sweepstakes.
Shop with Casey's Rewards for a chance to win free pizza, gas, and getaways all summer long.
We won the Casey's sweepstakes, the Summer of Freedom sweepstakes.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
It's Fairway Family Food.
Name one reason more people choose to shop at Fairway.
Lower prices.
Name something that Fairway is famous for.
The best meat in town.
Survey says!
Don't play games with your food. Shop Fairway for the best meat in town.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
Until next time, this is Fairway Family Food.
And good afternoon from the County Soccer Complex in Des Moines, the home of the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. It's opening day at State, and we've got an exciting matchup upcoming in Class 2A as the top seed Dallas Center Grind Mustangs go head-to-head with the 8 seed North Polk Comets. And hello, soccer fans. It is great to have you with us from Iowa's capital city here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Alongside our crew here today at County Soccer Complex, I'm Hunter Phillips. A pair of squads from right here in central Iowa collide on the pitch here at County to move on to the semi-final round. And we'll take a look at the road to State for both of these squads, and we begin with the 8 seed, the North Polk Comets, who arrive here in Des Moines with a 13-4 record, coming off a win against Bondurant Farrar, which was an avengeful win for them after falling to the Blue Jays earlier in the season 3-2 there in that Region 3 championship. Landry McCoy, who is one of the players to keep an eye on for North Polk today, she had 2 goals and an assist there in that win there for the Comets. And then Addie Allendike, young freshman, 14 goals, another player to keep an eye on for the Comets, who are making their 5th trip here to State, 3rd straight for the program. But in front of them today is the top seed and undefeated Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs, a team that is on a mission this year after falling just short, falling to Waverly Shell Rock in the 2A title game last year, and they have gone undefeated at 19-0. First time that they have arrived here at County with an unblemished record. And for them, a team that is coming off a dominating win against Carlisle 8-2. They score in bunches and bunches, 95 goals as a team, but have only allowed 9 on the season. And one of the many players to keep an eye on for this Mustang squad is the senior Avery Korshing. The Minnesota State commit leads the team in goals. She has had one heck of a season. And then also Kylie Knief at 17 goals on the year has been another marquee player for Dallas Center Grimes. So it's the 1 versus 8 matchup here as we open up the 2A field here at State. We'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll continue to count down to kickoff and get you all set up for today's matchup between Dallas Center Grimes and North Polk. This is the Iowa High School Girls State Soccer Championships presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
I want a drink.
And I won this free. And I won this awesome ATV. I can't get enough
of winning free stuff.
Casey's just gave me these, 'cause we won the Casey's sweepstakes, the Summer of Freedom sweepstakes.
Shop with Casey's Rewards for a chance to win free pizza, gas, and getaways all summer long.
We won the Casey's sweepstakes, the Summer of Freedom sweepstakes.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
It's Fairway Family Food.
Name one reason more people choose to shop at Fairway.
Lower prices.
Name something that Fairway is famous for.
The best meat in town.
Services!
Don't play games with your food. Shop Fairway for the best meat in town.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
Until next time, this is Fairway Family Food.
Getting closer to kickoff here at County Soccer Complex on the south side of Des Moines on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Once again, alongside our fantastic crew here with you from Iowa's capital city. I'm Hunter Phillips, about 5 minutes away from team introductions here at County Soccer Complex. The top seed Dallas Center Grimes, last year's runner-up in 2A at 19-0, coming in with a full head of steam, taking on the 8th seed, the North Polk Comets, their third straight trip here to the state tournament, 13-4, and a team that has really built some momentum here in the last couple of weeks, including, no doubt, that 3-2 victory over Bondurant Farrar in the Region 3 championship, and then a gritty 1-0 defeat against Gilbert in the region semifinal. Two teams that have plenty of firepower, plenty of scoring, and looking to punch their ticket to the next round here at the state tournament. 72 degrees is our temperature before we get ready for first kick, but it is a breezy day, as you could probably tell, here at County Soccer Complex. Winds coming in at 10 to 12 miles per hour, and they'll be going towards the north end of our pitch here at the County Soccer Complex. So we'll go ahead and step aside for another break. When we come back, we'll meet the players for today's game and get underway here for football at County Soccer Complex on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
I want a drink.
And I won this free. And I won this awesome ATV. I can't get enough
Of winning free stuff. Casey's just gave me these. Cause we won the Casey's sweepstakes. The summer of freedom sweepstakes.
Shop with Casey's Rewards for a chance to win free pizza, gas, and getaways all summer long.
We won the Casey's sweepstakes. The summer of freedom sweepstakes.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
And fans, before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. The Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa, and we'd like to thank the offices listed on your screen for their support of the two teams playing in our game today. Thank you to the Iowa Farm Bureau for supporting the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Girl. Both teams already lined up, getting ready for the introductions here at the James County Soccer Complex on the south side of Des Moines, here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Dallas Center Grimes, the top seed, first time entering the state tournament undefeated at 19-0. And the 8th seed, the North Polk Comets, battle-tested throughout their regional trip to make it to state, defeating the likes of Gilbert and Bondurant Farrar, getting the fans all loosened up here before we get our introductions underway. great showing of fans here on a sun-soaked Tuesday afternoon in Iowa's capital city. Many fans right along the touch line, got the lawn chairs out, sunblock needed. Perfect day for day one here at State. I think the teams both came out here a little bit early. They just want to get underway here for this matchup. Two teams that are obviously very familiar with one another in terms of proximity. Less than a 45-minute drive here to Des Moines for both of these squads, and so the fans are out in full support. Already off to a great start here at State with our 1A field that had thrilling action. And speaking of teams that know what it's like to get here to State and to thrive at State, we saw Davenport Assumption, the 5-time defending champs in 1A, move on here in our first match here on Field 9, 1-0, defeating Center Point Urbana. But now it's 2A's turn to break in the pitch here at Field 9, Coach County Field. Players continuing to stay loose, and here in just a matter of moments, we'll turn things over to our public address announcer to once again meet the non-starters and starters for both teams and our officials here for Class 2A action at the Girls State Soccer Tournament.
Tournament, and this 2A quarterfinal game between the Comets of North Polk and the And now let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Comets. Number 3, Bailey Knights. Number 4, Reagan Wallman. Number 13, Isabel Friedman. Number 14, Jade Kalupnik. Number 15, Alex Bingham. Number 18, Kate Terrell. Number 19, Kaylee Kudelka. Number 25, Maddie Nemmers. Number 34, Addie Allendike. The assistant coaches for the Comets, Maddie Anderson, Rick Drabeck, and Aaron Hammond. Now let's meet the non-starters to the home team, the Mustangs. Number 1, Alex Hoffbar. Number 3, Landry Glasgow. Number 5, Neela Williamson. Number 6, Kaylin Mills. Number 8, Addie Jansen. Number 13, Taylor Rivich. Number 17, Carolyn White. Number 18, Emma Beckendorf. Number 22, Ellie Jermeyer. Number 24, Emma Soljic. And number 37, Kylie Albright. The assistant coaches for the Mustangs are Mark Bennett and Jeff Kane. And now let's meet the starters for North Polk. Number 1, Caroline Cromley. Number 2, Tallulah Plunk. Number 5, Jerica Heinz. Number 7, Molly Bergstrom. Number 8, Abby Bell. Number 9, Aaliyah McBee. Number 11, Katie Bergstrom. Number 12, Paige Kerr. Number 22, Landry McCoy. Number 36, Autumn Keaton. And number 37, Ava Cross. Head coach for North Polk is Francis Lee. And now your starters for Dallas Center Drive. Number 2, Olivia Sears. Number 4, Avery Forshing. Number 9, Elena Bartek. Number 11, Kylie Kelly. Number 12, Cameron Smith. Number 14, Alexa Gill. Number 15, Ella Forsyth. Number 16, Hannah Wren. Number 20, Alexia Henry. Number 21, Emma Smith. And number 26, Maya Britt. Head coach for the Mustangs is Dan James. Ladies and gentlemen, our officials for this afternoon's game, our referee, Robert Kerwood. Our first assistant referee, Hidejat Tika. Our second assistant referee, Janice Heffling. And our fourth official, Amos Purcell. Good luck to both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play some championship soccer.
So the team introductions are in, and now it's time for soccer. Here in Des Moines, North Polk and Dallas Center Grimes. Our first of 4 quarterfinal matches in Class 2A. And what a great one we have in store for you here. North Polk at 13-4, arriving at county for the 3rd straight year. And for Dallas Center Grimes, chasing that elusive championship. 19-0, an unblemished record coming into the state tournament, their 13th trip here to state altogether. Dallas Center Grimes is the road team, and they are sporting their road all-red kits with white numerals and lettering and black trim, DCG across the chest, and there is a hint of orange in those kits as well for DCG. And North Polk, the Comets, they break out of their huddle in their home all-white kits with, it looks like, black numerals and lettering and black trim. Looks like red numerals and lettering and black trim for North Polk, the home squad. Players are lined up. Fans are ready here, and hope you are as well, as we're underway here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And what kind of energy can we see from both of these teams as they begin the feeling out process? The nerves and jitters of making it to state, but these are two teams that are no strangers to making it to state. Stretching the field early are the Mustangs. Avery Korshing, number 4, is one to keep an eye on all afternoon long. The leading goal scorer for the Mustangs, battling along the touchline, keeps it in play. Dallas Center Grimes will be playing with the wind to their back here in this opening half. 72 degrees, once again, our temperature at first kick. It'll get up to the mid to upper 70s, but that breeze coming in at 10 to 12 miles an hour from the south is going to keep things nice, cool, and comfortable throughout the day. The sun will be peeking in and out, partly cloudy skies. Just could not ask for better weather here for day 1 at state. North Polk plays it to the center line. Landry McCoy, senior forward, will be one of the marquee players to watch for the Comets. There she goes through 2 defenders. But DCG does not give up much. 9 goals allowed on the season for this Mustangs team that was battle-tested throughout the course of the season, defeating state qualifiers such as Norwalk, Waverly, Shell Rock, and Nevada, who ended up advancing to the semifinal round of the 1A bracket earlier today, defeating Bishop Heelan. So possession belongs to North Polk, led by Francis Lee in his first season. Played in a very competitive Raccoon Rivers Conference. And just the road to get here in the last 2 games in the region has given them the confidence. McCoy. And that bounced off the legs of goalkeeper Maya Fritz, the junior. Has only allowed 5 goals this season. Boy, the Comets off to a ferocious start, putting early pressure on the undefeated Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. DCG led by Dan James. 23rd season with the Mustangs out of the Little Hawkeye Conference. Another conference that is just loaded with talented programs. Both of these teams throughout the season averaging 5 goals per contest, but have a feeling that goals are going to be a little bit more difficult to come by today, not only with the stage, the conditions, but just how well seasoned both of these teams are, which makes it so intriguing. DCG will play it out here along the touchline, but our official says no, it was last off of DCG, so North Polk will in fact toss it in. Booted downfield and misplayed by Caroline Cromley. North Polk having to regather themselves. Bobbled by Cromley, but it lands right in her lap. And that was Avery Korshing, the senior forward with 31 goals on the season, 16 assists. Will be playing soccer at the next level at Minnesota State Mankato. Here's McCoy, talented freshman on the other side of the pitch, but gets swallowed up by the back line of the Mustangs. Placing it is Elena Bartik, junior midfielder. And a whistle on the Comets. That against Ava Croft, sophomore midfielder. Mustangs galloping ahead. But there to catch up with it is Cromley. 24 goals allowed this season for the young goalkeeper, 87 saves made. Allows just about a goal and a half per contest, and will certainly have her hands full against a well-balanced attack brought forth by Dallas Center Grimes. Katie Bergstrom, the sophomore, there to retrieve it and then kicks it out of play. A young Comets team. They do have 7 seniors, but on the other side, 9 sophomores and 4 freshmen. Seeing younger and younger players making an impact right away in their high school careers just because of the club soccer that they play, and especially in these communities, they come up together. That's why they make it to state. Just the chemistry both on and off the pitch. Here's McCoy trying to evade Ella Forsyth. Kylie Knief, another player to keep an eye on, especially in the attacking third for Dallas Center Grimes. Ava Croft. Ahead to Autumn Teedens. North Polk playing into the wind. Here to open up this contest. So the senior with an acrobatic throw-in. There with the header was Monk. So 2 shots put together by North Polk, one for Dallas Center Grimes. And now the Mustangs trying to put on the pressure. Quickly there to collect it, and for the throw in is Knief. Korshing with a juke. But 3 Comets were right there to converge on the leading goal scorer. Hip check near the center line. Officials say play on. It's going to be that kind of a day where the physicality is going to be expected. As both teams just leave it all on the line here this afternoon. Tallulah Monk, the senior, wedged between a pair of Mustang defenders. Couldn't escape them. High atop the box and knocking it away is Abby Bell. Mustangs on the counter. Trying to play it ahead to Forsyth. Korshing, not only a great goal scorer, but distributor. Sets it up nicely for Olivia Sear. Sear recovers it. Out to an open Cameron Smith. Open lane in the middle. Weakly struck by Forsyth, but I think you got to give a lot of credit to the back line of North Polk. Just making that really difficult, especially Molly Bergstrom, the junior. Just noticing the opening. But back come the Mustangs. Korshing nails it in for the Mustangs. DCG strikes first. The senior making her presence felt in the first 10 minutes of the match. Put up 2 shots, and one of them gets by the sophomore goalkeeper. Avery Korshing nets her 32nd goal of the season. And so the Mustangs get off to the start that they wanted, but now how does North Polk respond? They have been a team that is not afraid of conceding the first goal. Team that has had to just scratch and claw their way here to county. But this back line has been awfully tested early despite DCG playing into the wind. Ella Forsyth has just been a mismatch here early. Throw in near side for the Mustangs. Korshing going back to work. And there's got to be something about this pitch and future Minnesota State Mavericks playing on it. Jay Jackson, senior forward for Davenport Assumption, scored the one and only goal for the Knights in their win. Of course, she will go to Minnesota State Mankato. And then how about the play of Avery Korshing, just with a confident strike within the box. Another future Minnesota State Maverick getting her squad on the board first. But going back to North Polk and how they've been a resilient team throughout the course of the season, they were down 2-0 at halftime against Bondurant Farrar, who had edged them in a close contest just weeks prior. But then 3 goals in the second half lifted the Comets to victory and their 3rd straight trip here to state. So they've had their backs against the wall at times throughout the season, but have to be careful against a very opportunistic Dallas Center Grimes squad that knows how to not only take the lead, but keep the lead. As we touched on, Dallas Center Grimes defeated Carlisle in the Region 4 championship. Korshing had 3 goals in that contest. Knief and Alexia Henricks each with 2 as a shot is hoisted, and it glares off of the hands of the goalkeeper Cromley, and that will present our first Kruger Seeds corner kick of the match. So as they line up for the corner kick, the next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed fans, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first class seed, first name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. A good look that came off the boot of Korshing there from the far corner. And that'll dial up another corner kick for DCG. A team that just knows how to create these set pieces. Korshing glared off of the bar. Just a terrific strike from way out by Kylie Knief, who, like we just said, had 2 goals in the win over Carlisle to punch their ticket to state. And our Road to State graphic when we first hit our broadcast, 95 goals this season, 4th in 2A. Forsyth coming out, and coming out of goal, out of position is Cromley, who's able to get back. Here's Korshing. The strike just off to the right, and that will be another corner kick here for Dallas center Grimes, and you can hear the Mustang faithful cheering on their team, and just what an energetic start for them. So back in the near corner for a Kruger Seeds corner kick. Again, first class seed, first name service. We appreciate Kruger Seeds as being one of our partners of our broadcast here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And speaking of our partners, first set of substitutions brought in by Dallas center Grimes. And they're brought to you by IMT Insurance. Cross and header opportunity just glaring out of play. Subs all tournament long are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Almost midway through our first half at County Soccer Complex, it has been all DCG. In front of the net, and getting it in for the Mustangs is Kaylin Mills, who just checked in moments ago. 2-0 Dallas center Grimes. Mills with her first goal of the season, and no better place to notch that than right here at State. And that came off of a Kruger Seeds corner kick, the 4th one of this opening half. So now North Polk faces the same deficit that they did at halftime of their match against Bondurant Farrar, but this Dallas center Grimes team is a whole nother animal. And back they are on the move, chasing it here near touchline. And it will be a throw-in for Jerica Heinz. North Polk has not been a slouch in terms of goals this season. Korshing is going to be offside or some kind of infraction on DCG, so a break for North Polk. About 89 goals entering the state tournament, 4th in 1A, and when they have been able to connect, it's been with a purpose. A 38.5% shot on goal percentage, as also in the top 5 in Class 2A. Plenty of red jerseys there off that free kick. Goals by Avery Korshing and by Kaylin Mills within the first 20 minutes have Dallas Center Grimes the top seed up 2-0. Giving chase downfield is Landry Glasgow. It'll stick with the Mustangs, who will throw it in with Caroline White. Plenty of recognizable names on this Dallas Center Grimes team that made it to the state basketball tournament, finished runner-up. And also on the other side for North Polk, plenty of multi-sport athletes that have had success not only in their other sports, but also being able to make it to the likes of the state basketball tournament at Wells Fargo Arena, and state softball up in Fort Dodge, or state volleyball in Cedar Rapids in the past. Both teams trading possession here midfield. So now we'll see if the Comets can build off of this position here with Abby Bell. Bell, a sophomore, one of 9 on this North Polk team. Left-footed strike. Splices through the opening line. Initially brought down by Monk. Monk still staying with the play. And now here's McCoy. Can the Comets get their top goal scorer involved? But reaching in right there is Maya Fritz, the junior goalkeeper, who has had an excellent campaign. And over 1,100 minutes of action, has only allowed 5 goals. Just an incredible number. But that's also a credit, too, of the defense. The back line where it all starts. The straw that stirs the drink for this Dallas Center Grimes team. Just 9 goals conceded here this season. Running in for North Polk is Addie Allendike, freshman who is just getting started in her high school career, and already with 14 goals to her credit. Plenty of fans making their way here to County Soccer Complex. Full day of action. Opening day at State. 2 teams from right here in central Iowa colliding. Well sought after there by Fritz. Recognizing that Bell was coming her direction. But already the urgency is starting to pick up here for the Comets, down 2-0. Addie Allendike tripped from behind, and a foul whistled on the Mustangs. So this will set up the Comets very nicely here, as we have just less than 20 minutes to play here in our opening half. Allendike will boot it. Again, 14 goals, 5 assists, and 70 shots entering State. But knocked it right into a wall of DCG defenders. And possession will go back to Dallas Center Grimes. Busy day here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. A match that just kicked off moments ago 4-seed Spencer, who has one of the top goal-scoring teams in the state, takes on the 5-seed Cedar Rapids Xavier. The winner of that match will face the winner of this match on Thursday at 12:30 right here on Field 9. 5 substitutions now in for Dallas Center Grimes, 1 for North Polk. DCG with a very deep bench. Substitutions all afternoon long are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Other matches, of course, to keep an eye on. Waverly Shell Rock, the defending 2A champs, are back 16-1. Their only loss, of course, came to Dallas Center Grimes. And they face the 7-seed North Scott. That game will kick off here in about 5 minutes. And then our last 2A match, also on the Girls Union Network, the 3-seed Norwalk, another Central Iowa squad, takes on Lewis Central from out in Council Bluffs. 1:15 is the kickoff time there, so all the Girls State Soccer action you can need is right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Our fantastic crew began setting up yesterday, and having to block out the wind, the sun, all the elements. Being outside, they do a terrific job of bringing the sights and sounds of state soccer back home, no matter where you're watching from. But it did not take long for the Mustangs to strike first. Less than 10 minutes into our contest, it was Avery Korshing, the senior, that was able to net her 32nd goal of the season. And then coming off of the bench, Kaylin Mills with her first goal of the season was able to put them on the board 6 minutes later. Avery Korshing saw that Cromley was right there. Cameron Smith backs it up to Glasgow. Korshing gets by her defender. 1v1. Korshing got swallowed up from behind. It will be a corner kick. Great effort by Katie Bergstrom and a fellow teammate. This will be the 5th corner kick presented by Kruger Seeds here in this opening half for DCG. They're able to score a goal off their last corner kick. Headed initially by Knief. So as the Comets send this one away, a reminder, fans, that Central College has a tuition price of less than $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Korshing will exit the match for Dallas Center Grimes. Alina Bartek back in the match, did get the start. Looking for a cross, headed, and just bounces off to the right. Couldn't ask for better execution there from Ella Forsyth. Using her height, I think the wind certainly played a bit of a factor in that ball just trickling off to the right. And Cromley was as best positioned as she could be. But in those 1v1 situations, it all just comes down to better execution. And man, without the win, who knows, that would have been a 3rd goal netted by the Mustangs. But now the Comets, they have had brief chances here and there, but want to try to put something together here with Reagan Bowman. McBee. Now here's Knights. lands right into the midst of Maya Fritz. Second save on the afternoon, now has 66 on the season. Fifth appearance here at the state tournament for the North Polk Comets. Third straight. Trying to make it out of the quarterfinal round, but have work to do. Breakaway here for the Mustangs. Shot, and just wide right again. That was Landry Glasgow, freshman who has 6 goals on the season. Trying to become the second underclassman to notch a point for DCG. From the back line was Katie Bergstrom. And you could hear some of the North Polk fans that made the drive from Alleman and Polk City just need to get a little stronger out there and just need to be able to pick up the intensity just a little bit. Cromley boots it away, again kicking into the wind here in this opening half. But nowhere to go, as that was well covered by the junior Cameron Smith. Backtracking is Paige Kerr. Cromley for North Polk. Bowman stepped out while in contact with the ball, so we'll go back to Dallas Center Grimes. Dallas Center Grimes, we mentioned defensively, has only allowed 9 goals this season. The most goals that they have allowed in a game is 2, and that happened just twice. So as Stellars, they have been in their attacking third, the defending third. They've been among the best in 2A throughout the season. And how about the tenacity from Ella Forsyth? What a first half she has had. 2 defenders for North Polk had to commit. Sprinting ahead for the Comets, but couldn't get there in time as Bailey Knights. A high send from Maya Fritz. Olendijk. 2 Mustangs were there. And we mentioned Maya Fritz. You can also hear her communicating, just really being the back end of that defense, the backbone, and just helping her teammates position themselves when their back is to the goal. DCG very well balanced in terms of seniors and juniors. A program that is on the rise. Just came up short last year against Waverly Shell Rock. DCG looking for their first championship as a team. And using the wind to her back was Hannah Renz. And might as well take advantage of it off that free kick. But it went right to Caroline Cromley. On the next dead ball, we will have 2 substitutions in for Dallas Center Grimes. And that looks like 3 for North Polk. Clearing it away is Alexia Henricks. Senior has 2 goals this season, but when needed, she's been that stalwart defensively. Glasgow, shot just over the bar. Second good look for the freshman Landry Glasgow. On those counters, and such a big weapon, and now she will get a breather. And how about this for Dallas Center Grimes? You leave one talented goal scorer and you bring in your top goal scorer in Ava Korshing. Autumn Teedens in for North Polk, one of their 3 substitutions that are again brought to you by IMT Insurance. A first half that has really flown by. 8 minutes to play in our opening half. And it did not take long for the Mustangs to get going. Korshing getting trampled up a bit, but maintains her balance. Korshing battling for it once again. Spring to her step off the bench. Korshing to the center. Right there was Forsyth. But that low strike was played perfectly by Caroline Cromley. Possession time large in the favor of Dallas Center Grimes, who already accomplished history by being the first team in school history to go 19-0, going into the state tournament and looking to ride that wave of momentum. Cameron Smith had Forsyth ahead, but well defended by the Comets, and here they come, but not so fast. Alexa Gill denying any kind of forward pass from Bowman. Clouds clearing away on a sun-soaked Tuesday afternoon, just after the Memorial Day weekend, as the officials will allow a substitution in for each team's. I want to take the time to once again thank our servicemen and women. It's an emotional weekend for our entire country, and hope everyone enjoyed the long Memorial Day weekend. And now ready for a fun week of soccer here in Iowa's capital city. North Polk trying to keep things where they're at right now. Again, no stranger to facing multiple goal deficits, but not a position that you want to be in when the competition just gets a little bit tougher. Struck by Cameron Smith. Forsyth looking to deflect it, and that pressure caused the back line to creep up with Bartik. One Comet upfield, that is Bailey Knights. A high kick gets backed up by the Gus here at County Soccer Complex. Nifty work from Teedens. She's had a few bright moments in this half. Other than the first couple of minutes of our match where North Polk really put pressure on the defensive formation of the Mustangs. Since that point, since that quick feeling out process, it's been all Dallas Center Grimes. Retrieving it is Addie Jansen, who checked in moments ago. Two new players check in for North Polk, who will throw it in. Landry McCoy has been held in check here in this first half. The senior with 18 goals on the season. It's now a late addition to the pitch here for Dallas center Grimes. What can North Polk put together to try to close the gap? Can Dallas center Grimes shut down the Comets in this opening half and take a little spark into halftime? Officials have let the majority of players play on in these cases. Cromley playing way up. But 3 Comets were there to converge on Ella Forsyth. Goals by Avery Corshing and Kaylin Mills have Dallas center Grimes up 2-0. Knocking it out of play is Emma Smith. Comets quick to work. McBee playing to the center, but it's picked off by Addie Jansen. You can hear the roars of the crowd here at County Soccer Complex. A lot of excitement today. There's not been any shortage of excitement here in our opening half. 2 minutes left to go in our opening 40 minutes of action. At the center is Addie Jansen. Forsyth, once again, has just been the player that has been collecting those passes on the receiving end and has put herself in good positions. 2 more late additions in the lineup here for Dallas center Grimes. So a few IMT substitutions before we start to wind down our first half. Great change of direction by Bartik. But now here come the Comets. Landry McCoy trying to lift the Comets, but to no avail. Off the back of a defender, Corshing gets another crack at it here. Corshing didn't get the footing that she wanted. McCoy. So how will the Mustangs finish the half with the possession? Knocked away by the Comet, stays in play. Final set of seconds here. And that will take us to halftime. It didn't take long for the Dallas center Grimes Mustangs to get on the board. Less than 10 minutes into the first half, it was Avery Corshing putting the Mustangs up by 1, and then just 6 minutes later, Kaylin Mills making it a 2-0 score as we go to halftime here at County Soccer Complex. We'll step aside and take a break. When we come back, we'll recap our action from the first half next on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
I want a drink.
And I won this free. And I won this awesome ATV. I can't get enough
of winning free stuff. Casey's just gave me these, 'cause we won the Casey sweepstakes, the summer of freedom sweepstakes.
Shop with Casey's Rewards for a chance to win free pizza, gas, and getaways all summer long.
We won the Casey sweepstakes, the summer of freedom sweepstakes.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
It's Fairway Family Food.
Name one reason more people choose to shop at Fairway.
Lower prices.
Name something that Fairway is famous for.
The best meat in town.
Services!
Don't play games with your food. Shop Fairway for the best meat in town.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
Until next time, this is Fairway Family Food.
And we have reached halftime here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. 2-0 our score here at halftime. Dallas Center Grimes, the top seed, leading North Polk here after 40 minutes of action alongside our crew here with you on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. I'm Hunter Phillips, and it was an energetic start for the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. It did not take long for them to get on the board, and it's their top goal scorer, their senior Avery Corshing, at the 30-minute mark there in the first half, was able to notch a goal, and then 6 minutes later off a corner kick, one of 5 Kruger Seeds corner kicks for Dallas Center Grimes. It was Kaylin Mills with her first goal of the season at the 24-minute mark to put Dallas Center Grimes ahead there 2-0 to where our current score is. North Polk had opportunities here and there, unofficially 3 shots there in that opening half. They did not have a corner kick in that first half, but Landry McCoy, their top goal scorer, was pretty much held in check for the most part there in the opening half. But for DCG, a number of players getting involved, not just Avery Corshing and Kaylin Mills, but Ella Forsyth with a pair of shots, as well as Landry Glasgow as well. And again, the winner of this game will go on to face the winner of the 4 versus 5 matchup, Spencer and Xavier. And right now in the first half, that is tied at 1. Spencer most recently was able to equalize things late in the first half. Again, the winner of this match and the winner of that match will collide on Thursday at 12:30 right here at Coach County Field. 2-0 our score here at halftime. We'll take our first break. When we come back, we'll get you all set up for our second half of action here next from Des Moines. You are watching the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
I want a drink.
And I won this free. And I won this awesome ATV. I can't get enough
Of winning free stuff.
Casey's just gave me these. Cause we won the Casey sweepstakes. The summer of freedom sweepstakes.
Shop with Casey's Rewards for a chance to win free pizza, gas, and getaways all summer long.
We won the Casey sweepstakes. The summer of freedom sweepstakes.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
It's Fairway Family Food.
Name one reason more people choose to shop at Fairway.
Lower prices.
Name something that Fairway is famous for.
The best meat in town.
Services!
Don't play games with your food. Shop Fairway for the best meat in town.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
Until next time, this is Fairway Family Food.
Halftime here at the County Soccer Complex on the south side of Des Moines for the Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. 2-0 is the advantage for the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs, the top seed in the 2A field against the 8th seed, the North Polk Comets here on what is a sunny, partly cloudy at times, but no doubt a gusty afternoon here for day one here at the state soccer tournament. If you're just joining us, again, the winner of this game will go on to face the winner of Nevada and Cedar Rapids Xavier. And if you missed our updated score there in our last break, it is a 1-1 tied contest, as it looks like the first half is just starting to wind down, but we have had a lot of exciting action here through one half of play. Of course, Avery Corshing got the afternoon started with a goal less than 10 minutes into the first half, and then Kaylin Mills with a goal 6 minutes later off of a corner kick that was able to put DCG up 2-0 here at halftime. We'll step aside and take another timeout. When we come back, we'll get you closer to the second half here in Des Moines on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
I want a drink.
And I want this free. And I want this awesome ATV. I can't get enough
Of winning free stuff.
Casey's just gave me these. Cause we won the Casey sweepstakes. The Summer of Freedom sweepstakes.
Shop with Casey's Rewards for a chance to win free pizza, gas, and getaways all summer long.
We won the Casey sweepstakes. The Summer of Freedom sweepstakes.
Sometimes people who seem to know everything
Dental insurance costs a fortune, and it covers nothing.
don't. For instance, personal plans from Delta Dental cut the cost of many procedures in half. So be careful what you hear.
How important are teeth anyway?
Get the facts. Contact Delta Dental about saving with personal dental plans today.
It's Fairway Family Food.
Name one reason more people choose to shop at Fairway.
Lower prices.
Name something that Fairway is famous for.
The best meat in town.
Survey says
Don't play games with your food. Shop Fairway for the best meat in town.
With lower prices and higher quality, everyone's a winner at Fairway.
Until next time, this is Fairway Family Food.
Inching closer to our second half of action here at the County Soccer Complex in Des Moines. 2-0 the advantage for Dallas Center Grimes at halftime over North Polk, and just peeked over our shoulder to, again, the matchup that has the winner of that match facing the winner of this one. Spencer and Cedar Rapids Xavier, and the Saints were able to notch another goal late in the first half, so they are up 2-1. But other matches, of course, in our 2A bracket, the 2 seed and defending 2A champions Waverly Shellrock going up against North Scott. That match just kicked off about 20 minutes ago, and a match that just kicked off about 5 minutes ago. 3 seed Norwalk and the 6 seed Lewis Central. But we're not done there, because 3A will close out our opening day here at the County Soccer Complex, and it will be the top seed in 3A and defending champions, the Valley Tigers, against the 8 seed Muscatine. That'll kick off at 3 o'clock right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Other 3A teams to make it to state this year: Waukee Northwest and Ankeny Centennial. Pair of Des Moines Metro teams that will go at it there in that 4 versus 5 matchup. Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln, and Dowling Catholic at 3:30, and a 2 versus 7 tilt, and then Ankeny and Pleasant Valley 3 versus 6. We'll close out our opening day here at State. Both teams breaking out of the huddles, getting their final instructions, see what adjustments are made. Of course, the wind has played a factor throughout the course of the day. And now North Polk will be treated to a hefty win to their back, trying to stretch the field against Dallas Center Grimes, who has a 2-goal cushion into the final 40 minutes of regulation. Dallas Center Grimes, again, the road team, sporting their road red kits, white numerals and lettering, black trim, and already off to the races. Slipping through and getting it in is Forsyth. Ella Forsyth just found the crease and didn't need much at all for it to get past Cromley. Less than a minute into our second half. Ella Forsyth, the sophomore, nets her 14th goal of the season, and it's now a 3-0 lead. Looking at the scoreboard, it appears as though that goal may have been waved off if Forsyth was in fact offside, so an early break for North Polk, as that easily spelled trouble. But Dallas Center Grimes is back to work, not wasting any time. Alexia Hendricks tosses it in. Just another close opportunity for Forsyth. Another good look there that just goes wide right. So the goal waved off for Ella Forsyth, who has just been a menace when in the box. North Polk, meanwhile, they are trying to replicate what they did in their regional final to get here. Down 2-0 at halftime. Score 3 goals to be able to come back. But that third goal is going to count for the Mustangs. Less than 3 minutes into the second half, the Mustangs pad their lead 3-0. And it's Avery Corshing among all the red jerseys that was able to get through, and really nothing that Cromley could have done there, is just the deflection off of Corshing was enough to redirect the ball and go into the back of the net. So now things more difficult here for the North Polk Comets, who do have that scoring ability, but have been stymied thus far by DCG's defense. So for Avery Corshing, she has scored goals 32 and 33 on the season here today. So a throw in for the Mustangs. This has really been a revenge tour here in 2022. Salty taste in their mouth after coming up just short in the 2A title game last year against Waverly Shell Rock. Had a loaded schedule, defeated a number of state qualifiers, including Norwalk, Waverly Shell Rock earlier in the year to avenge the loss, and Nevada. But DCG is on a mission. Corshing looking for the hat trick. Just goes to the left. When you have Kylie Knief and Avery Corshing coming in your direction as a goalkeeper, you just try to do your best to stay focused and keeping an eye on the ball movement to pick the right angle. But still, Corshing had plenty of room to work with. Flicked off the toes of Tallulah Monk. Possession time has just been very short for the Comets, but looking to battle back. They've been a resilient team throughout the course of the season. Right idea for Autumn Teedens. fairly easy enough for Maya Fritz to handle, and a powerful goal kick into the wind. Sends it to the center line. Olivia Sear. Getting tripped up was Forsyth. Just so many different Mustangs can make things happen. Play was whistled off, though, and North Polk will be back with it. Dallas Center Grimes here at State for the 13th time. 5th time for North Polk. Two teams who were here last year. Oh, and a very tough collision off the throw-in. And it just looked like the boots there from Abby Bell landed into the midsection of Elena Bartik. Luckily, both players were able to get up rather quickly, but the officials saw enough on the half of Bartik to award a free kick. Struck by Bell. That's the other side of it, too, when you really have to put a little bit more touch on it and a little more loft when that wind is coming from behind. And at a moment's notice can pick up. Even a well-played ball can sail to the end line. Third save made by Maya Fritz. One of 5 juniors for the Mustangs. Avery Korshing putting her foot on the gas and knocked in to the fans area along the near sideline, last off of North Polk. Great support from all fan bases making their way here to Des Moines, but no doubt for two teams that are from Central Iowa. Good showing of fans here today. Cromley has to run up. Sneaking there was Olivia Sear, the sophomore. Fellow sophomore Caroline Cromley making the right play. Comets throw it in with Katie Bergstrom. Korshing still handling it, probing in, leaks it into the box and hooks up with her teammate for her first assist. And I believe that was Forsyth, and that time she is able to get it through. And it's a 4-0 advantage for Dallas Center Grimes. That just keeps getting bigger and bigger for this Mustangs team. And still waiting confirmation, but thought that was Ella Forsyth. That was on the receiving end of just a beautiful ball by Korshing. And now slipping through and able to get it past the goalkeeper Cromley, but then moments later, no doubt about that one, Ella Forsyth slips it through with the header. 5-0 Mustangs. This DCG squad can score in bunches and bunches. They average 5 goals per game, and that is where they are at right now. And a confirmation there that both of those most recent goals were scored by Ella Forsyth. The sophomore now has 15 goals on the season. So after that brief flurry, substitutions coming in for North Polk. And again, substitutions in today's match and throughout the state tournament are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. DCG not done yet. Just out of the outstretched legs of Olivia Sir. The passing has just been exquisite here from Dallas Center Grimes. And that will present a Kruger Seeds corner kick. First class seed, first name service. Learn more at KrugerSeed.com. Just wide left for the Mustangs, who are galloping here on this Tuesday afternoon. That latest strike from Cameron Smith. So now for North Polk, just trying to continue to show fight and maybe some frustration for sure. Kylie Knief got tangled up with a defender from North Polk. I believe that was Autumn Teedens, the senior who certainly has to be frustrated with how things have transpired here this afternoon, but especially in the opening of this second half. It was a 2-0 advantage at the break, but 3 early goals have the Mustangs in firm control. And now here are subs in for Dallas Center Grimes. The throw-in initially headed by North Polk. Coming up to collect it from the back line is Neela Williamson, one of those IMT substitutions. Kaylin Mills slips it to Corshing. She has 2 goals and an assist. Corshing on the move, evading defenders to the middle, and the header just goes over the bar. Trying to hook up with Ella Forsyth for another goal, as they did just minutes ago. So as prolific of a goal scorer as Avery Corshing is, she is showing off her unselfishness today, and that defenders have no choice but to keep tabs on number 4, but that will oftentimes allow for a teammate to be open in the box. A rare slip-up. That was Williamson, just a freshman, getting some playing time here on the big stage at the state soccer tournament. Less than 30 minutes in regulation. It's been all DCG, and North Polk seeing if they can try to get something on the board and build some confidence, but the looks have been just so hard to come by. And there is Forsyth now in the defensive third, taking it away from the Comets. Forsyth actually now here to the front. And our side official does give Forsyth the foul. Hita Jetika, the side official, who happens to also be the head coach of Southeast Polk boys soccer. Our officials doing a terrific job here at County and, of course, throughout the season. Appreciate the work that the men and women do to make sure that these games are officiated at the highest level and that these state tournaments are possible. North Polk trying to build. Should say the pitch here at Field 9 at the County Soccer Complex and really all of the fields here. A little bit of condensation. So every now and then you will see players get tripped up and slip on the grass, all grass fields. And these fields will certainly be put to the test here this week with several teams coming out and playing high-level soccer. So credit also, too, to the field and turf management, making sure that these teams have just a great field to work with. Substitution now in for Dallas Center Grimes and a pair for North Polk. North Polk was able to muster 2 shots in the first half, and one of them came within the first 2 minutes, but otherwise Dallas Center Grimes has had a firm grip on this matchup. Cromley boots it here near side, and Dallas Center Grimes will simply let it bounce out of play. The winner of this match will either face Cedar Rapids Xavier or Spencer. That match has now reached halftime. It is a 2-1 advantage for Cedar Rapids Xavier at the break. Xavier got the game started with a goal, but then Spencer, one of the top goal-scoring teams in the state, was able to tie things up. But then a late goal by the Saints has them up 2-1. And whatever team comes out victorious in that one, if Dallas Center Grimes is able to keep things where they're at, that team on Field 8 that's overlooking this match going to have their hands full. But if North Polk can somehow rhythm together a few goals, that is the ultimate form of resiliency. But it did not take long for the Mustangs to get on the board. Less than 10 minutes into our opening half, Avery Korshing, one of the most prolific goal scorers in the state, scored in the 10th minute of the match, just under it. And then Kaylin Mills, off a corner kick, was able to get her first goal of the season. No better time to do that than here at State. And then it was pretty much DCG with opportunities as Landry McCoy splits away and knocked away by the opportunistic Maya Fritz. A name that we have not called often today, Landry and McCoy. Still giving it her all and got past 2 DCG defenders. DCG has done a good job of keeping the senior in check. 18 goals coming into the state tournament. So following goals from Korshing and Mills that led to a 2-0 lead at halftime for the Mustangs. An early goal was waved off as Ella Forsyth was called offside. That was not even a minute into our second half. But then just 2 minutes later, it was Korshing that was able to get the deflection. And here's Korshing again looking for the hat trick. Bounces off the bar, and it does stay in play. Korshing delivered it to Kylie Knief. And Knief just couldn't quite get the footing. So Korshing was able to make it a 3-0 lead. And then back-to-back goals by Ella Forsyth, one off an assist from Avery Korshing. That came in the 50th and 51st minutes, respectively. Not separated by much, as, again, the physicality's been there all day, but the officials, for the most part, have let them play on. Makes our score 5-0. Knief trying to split through the Comet defenders. Fresh 5 now in for Dallas Center Grimes, 1 in for North Polk. Substitutions brought to you by IMT Insurance. Landry Glasgow, Olivia Sear among the substitutions in for Dallas Center Grimes. And it looks like checking out of the contest for North Polk is Autumn Teedens, one of 7 seniors on this team and have helped the Comets get back to state for a 3rd straight season. Korshing gives it up. Here's Sear, who just checked in to the middle. And a lightly brushed shot is swallowed in by Cromley, who's been awfully busy between the pipes today. That shot was hoisted by Glasgow, her 3rd shot. She too has had a number of good looks in front of the net today. Less than 20 minutes to play here in regulation. Paige Kerr, sophomore, back in for North Polk, got the start today. But as strong of a statement as you're going to make if you're Dallas Center Grimes. But for North Polk, they fought hard to get here. They're continuing to fight. Dallas Center Grimes will continue to have possession here. DCG rolling through opponents in the regional tournament. How about this in the regionals? Outscoring opponents 18-2, just to show how strong of a scoring and defensive unit the Mustangs are. Started with a 10-0 win over Boone, and then an 8-2 victory over Carlisle in the Region 4 championship, where you had 4 different players net a goal. We have had 3 here today for the Mustangs. Continuing to play tough is Aaliyah McBee, a senior. Has been busy in that midfield, middle of the formation. But here's an opening for Glasgow. And a foul on the pitch. Yellow card has been assessed. And they have also stopped play with 17-17 remaining. Trying to catch a number for North Polk. I believe that was Paige Kerr who just checked in. now a free kick here for Kylie Knief, who you cannot forget about if you're North Polk. Knief with 17 goals on the season. Knief strikes it. And it goes over the crossbar. And it just seems like if you strike any ball at a certain height, the wind is certainly going to affect it. Avery Korshing checks out of the match, and what a match she has had. Later on here in the second half, we will name our Casey's Player of the Game, and by that sign right there, I think you have a good idea of who's going to get the nod today. But later on in our half, we will announce our Casey's Player of the Game. Booting this one from the back line is Molly Bergstrom for North Polk. Led by first-year head coach Francis Lee, and what an impression he made in his first season with this Comets program. He's going to build off of this experience here at State. Olivia Sear crossing it to the far flank, and unable to save it from going out is Cameron Smith. But on the other side for Dallas Center Grimes, you have Dan James, who has been at the helm of this program for 23 years, and kind of like the Dallas Center Grimes area, especially Grimes, a program and a community that has really grown, and you're just seeing the talent for all sorts of sports and activities really pick up. Community that loves its Mustangs and have come out in full force here today. Despite the windy conditions, all in all, pretty thankful for the win. Otherwise, it would be kind of a hot one here today at the County Soccer Complex. Well, fans, we've reached that time. Once again, Central College has a tuition price of less than $18,600. That means the college experience that opens doors for a lifetime is now more affordable than ever, and scholarships are still available. Apply today at central.edu. Thank you to Central College and all of our partners here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Olivia Hoffbauer, one of those IMT substitutions, just a bit offside before collecting it. Minutes in regulation left here. But despite the bench coming in, this is just such a deep DCG team that no matter who comes in, they're going to make an impact, and we've seen that with the freshman Alex Hoffbauer. 4 new Mustangs will come in, as it looks like all of the original starters will trade in the bench kits with their fellow teammates. Kaylin Mills, one of those substitutions who was able to net her first goal of the season back at the 24-minute mark in the opening half. We've seen it all season long. There's just so many players for Dallas Center Grimes that can just really make a difference, and they are going to be awarded a free kick here with Landry Glasgow. So Glasgow was able to earn it. Here is Hannah Renz. Another underclassman. So Renz, with a wall in front of her, was able to get through. And then Glasgow tried to make a last-ditch effort of slipping in another goal. But Cromley is able to bring that one in. Majority of the afternoon, the possession has been with Dallas Center Grimes. Here and there, North Polk has been able to build some movement, but DCG has just really iced down the Comets, especially Landry McCoy. Just one shot attempt for McCoy today. And when you have two teams that can really score, and you have a team that's just been a little bit better, or significantly better in the case of Dallas Center Grimes defensively, something's going to have to give in favor for Dallas Center Grimes. Good to see Alexia Henricks shake off soccer ball, playing a little chin music there. Waves to her teammate Kaylin. Mills says, "I'm all right." More IMT substitutions now in for Dallas Center Grimes. So Avery Corshing back in the match for Dallas Center Grimes. Monk just trying to keep the possession alive for the Comets, but played along by the back line. And since Avery Corshing is back into the match, good time to name our Casey's player of the game, and no better player to go to than Avery Corshing, the senior. Scored the first goal of the match in under 10 minutes of the first half, and then was able to net a goal, the first one for the Mustangs in the second half, and also has an assist. And now Corshing is getting ready for a Kruger Seeds corner kick. But Avery Corshing, the future Minnesota State Mankato Maverick, is our Casey's player of the game. As it gets headed around by both teams, North Polk trying to clear it away, and it goes out of play. Casey's is proud to sponsor the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and today's player of the game, Avery Corshing. Casey's is at the heart of many Iowa communities, cheering on our local teams and fans and making sure there's fresh pizza ready, win or lose. Sign up for new Casey's Rewards, the rewards program that gives back by letting you redeem points for Casey's cash, fuel discounts, or donations to local schools. The star power has been on full display here at County Soccer Complex. And certainly Avery Corshing putting the team on her back, not only as a scorer, but as a facilitator. And just with the wind right there, it just takes that ball, no matter what position on the pitch, and really alters it in midair. Despite the gusty conditions, DCG has been able to prevail and lucky to secure a shutout. Ella Forsyth, who has 2 goals here in the second half, draws a foul. So that'll establish a free kick here along the near corner. Official places some chalk right there to let Avery Corshing know where to place the ball. Corshing. And just grip there by Cromley. Corshing with beautiful tailspin. And Corshing was just able to get that over that initial four-wall defense. I give Cromley a lot of credit for staying with it. Caroline Cromley, who despite allowing the 5 goals, has also made some terrific saves today, including that one right there, because easily that ball could have went right through the gloves. IMT substitutions here late in this one as we're approaching 6 minutes to play. Dallas Center Grimes is going to move on, keep their perfect season alive, their quest for a championship alive. And they will face either Spencer or Cedar Rapids Xavier. Good look for the Comets, who've been hanging tough all afternoon long, but then just really started to slip away here to open up the second half, especially the back-to-back goals by Forsyth that came in the 50th and 51st minutes. 2-1 is still the advantage for Cedar Rapids Xavier over on Field 8 just behind us here at County Soccer Complex. A loaded 2A field that's going to be fun to see how it all plays out. Shot there from Maddie Nemmers, sophomore that has put up 2 goals this season. North Polk with a ton of young talent. And here they go with McCoy, the senior, gets stuffed by Fritz. And the DCG fans love the effort from Maya Fritz. Hasn't seen too much action today, but when called upon, including there when you have the top goal scorer for North Polk coming at you, still able to make a fantastic save. Corshing glanced off the hands of Cromley, and it stays alive. Once again, following our match here at Coach County Field, it'll be Class 3A's turn here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And it will be the 1 versus 8 matchup, the defending champs, West Des Moines Valley, another undefeated team at 18-0. They will take on Muscatine, the 8th seed, arriving at 13-5. So keep it locked in here again for a fun day of state soccer. Throw in here near corner for North Polk, seeing if they can get something on the board here. Have shown all season long that they have what it takes. Patiently deciding where to throw it in and communicating as Autumn Teedens. Fritz is able to track it down. And the rest of the 2A bracket, you have Waverly Shellrock, the defending champs, and North Scott. Haven't received a score update for that match, but the winner will go on to face either Norwalk, the 3 seed, or the 6 seed Lewis Central on Thursday. That is when all these semifinals take place. Open space for Tallulah Monk. Kaylin Mills was able to wrap it away. Corshing, our Casey's player of the game, keeps her footing. They will get that on Ava Croft, the foul on North Polk. set pieces, either Kruger Seeds corner kicks or these free kicks right here, have just constantly put the pressure on North Polk throughout the course of the afternoon. Korshing, more of a straight line drive boot that time, and not exactly what she had in mind. But that's all right. She has an assist and 2 goals to her credit today. IMT substitutions, a number of them coming in for the Mustangs, and a sub coming in for North Polk. Official stop play for just a moment, but now resume it as we have 2 to play here in regulation. And way deep and nearly connecting was Addie Jansen. Cromley went as vertical as she could, and the only thing separating her glove from the ball was the bar, and that's what it deflected off of. Shot differential, goal differential, and the possession differential has just been off the charts today for Dallas Center Grimes, putting the 2A field on notice that they are the team to beat as we approach our final minute here at County Soccer Complex. Glasgow with it for DCG. It will remain with the Mustangs, who average 5 goals per game this season. Pretty tough thing to do once the competition really starts to ramp up at state, but they made it look easy. 2 goals in the first half, 3 in the second half, and all 3 of those coming within the first 15 minutes. Looking for another. That was Hoffbauer there in position. 3 different Mustangs scoring propels them to a quarterfinal round victory here. And in the final set of seconds, a shot and save. And it is the Mustangs, the top seed, moving on after they defeat the North Polk Comets 5-0. North Polk, led by first-year head coach Francis Lee, finishes out the season at 13-5, a tremendous season for the Comets. They have a lot of young talent that is certainly going to make some noise next season, but the Mustangs were the ones making noise today to improve to 20-0. Jason Esslinger from the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union making his way down to the center of the pitch. And now we'll turn it over for our trophy presentation.
In addition to receiving medallions, every player will receive a commemorative soccer ball and bag tag provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting the awards representing the Girls Union, soccer coordinator Jason Esslinger. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to head coach Francis Lee and the Comets from North Polk on an outstanding 2022 soccer season. Mustang fans, your team advances to the semifinal round on Thursday at 12:30 right here on field number 9. They will face either Spencer or Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Heard right there.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen, thank you for
Mustangs
coming out.
will be back here on Field 9 on Thursday to face either Spencer or Cedar Rapids Xavier after propelling to a 5-0 victory over North Polk. So a fun afternoon of soccer. We'll conclude with the 3A bracket coming up next year on the Girls Union Network with West Des Moines Valley taking on Muscatine. But that will do it for us on behalf of our entire crew, our producer Dave Mabel, and for all of us here in Des Moines. I'm Hunter Phillips, and thank you for watching our live coverage of the 2022 Girls State Soccer Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.